guys, it's Ben with Team Royell here to talk to you today with another quick how-to on rebooting your equipment. So if you have one of these routers, the TP-Link, the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is give us a call. Let us get you hooked up with our brand new managed router services with our CM Pilot routers. They're great routers, and a lot of the services that we can offer you through them can help you out tremendously in managing your in-home Wi-Fi and connecting devices and things like that. So give us a call on that. So if it's a TP-Link that you have, fine, and you want to keep it great, I'm not going to go over it. I'm going to assume you already watched our other session on how to hook up your router, so you know that the power cord goes here and the power cycle, all you have to do is unplug and plug that in. Let's take a look at the CM Pilot router. So one of the first things you can do to help troubleshoot any connection issues you might have, whether it be with your device connecting to your router or you getting out to the internet, is power cycle your equipment. Sometimes equipment just gets a little bit confused and needs a fresh start. So here's how we're going to do that. So with the CM Pilot router, if it's your router that we want to power cycle, it's very simple. On the back of the router, you'll see a power plug. And if you simply unplug this power plug, wait about 30 seconds or so, and then plug it back in. You'll also notice in this process all these lights will go out, and when you plug it back in, they'll all turn back on. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at your PoE or Power over Ethernet device. So if you watched our previous video on how to set up your router, you'll know that we're going to generally locate this device either under your desk where your router is or where the cable comes in from outside. Once we've located this, I'll go over a few things that we can do. So first, you'll notice that this is a little bit different model in the previous video. This is the newest model. One side will say data and power, the other side will say data. So if you look at it, typically speaking, now not every case is the same, but usually what happens is there's a black line coming in from outside, and that goes into the data and power port. There's also usually a beige line that goes from the data port up to your router, which would look something like this, into the WAN port. So if we need to trace and find where this is, one thing we can do is we can follow this line here and follow it all the way down to this device here. Now typically there would be a light on this, and what this device does is it powers up the radio that is outside on your house or on your tower and provides you with internet. So this radio needs this device to run. So if we ask you to power cycle it, or if you want to power cycle it as a test, all you have to do is simply locate where it says data and power, unplug that, wait about 30 seconds, and plug it back in. Now if you get a little confused as to which one to unplug and plug back in, you can just as easily unplug the power side here, wait about 30 seconds, and plug it back in. So one thing I want to point out too though is that we don't want to reset the device. So there's a big difference between reboot and reset. So when we talk about reboot, we mean simply to unplug the power, wait a little bit, and plug it back in. Unfortunately, sometimes the terminology gets a little confused and folks will reset their router. So unfortunately, if you hit this reset button, it will actually default this device back to its factory settings. This will remove all your settings, including your SSID that your devices connect to. So when we say reboot your device, make sure we're not hitting the reset button. We're only power cycling the device. If you do happen to hit that reset button on accident, no problem. Just give us a call at our office and we'll be happy to walk you through getting this set right back up through our managed router services. So that's how you power cycle your router and your PoE or Power over Ethernet device that runs the radio out on your house. If you're ever having problems, that's always a good first start.